Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Pillow Talk with the Tea. I am Kwamia, but for those that cannot pronounce it, you can call me Q, Kwa, or either Queen. I am your CEO, your founder, creator, and most importantly, your host of Pillow Talk with the Tea podcast, baby. We in the building. Listen, sorry that I'm late, you guys. I know you guys probably like, where is she at? Things happen, but as the title of the show is called, They Tried It, I Survived It. You know, they always trying it, but I always survive it. So, hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is good. I hope you guys can hear me. So we do have an amazing guest that's coming on. If they can, I definitely understand. But as the show must go on, I started it with people, then started it by myself, then, started collabing. But if it needs to continue to go on this episode by myself, I have definitely no problem. But I see one of my guests is in the building. So I do have the amazing My Survivor Voice. Another collaboration supposed to be My Journey Within podcast, as well as her story in a smile. So let's get this show on a roll. Let's get this show rolling. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I do truly apologize. How everybody doing and feeling tonight? So let's get one of my peoples in the building that I had the honor to meet during my amazing press tour. Hey.
Look, I told you I was writing a paper. Listen, I'm showing y'all all my schoolwork.
Yeah, they listen. They're like, okay, let's help you with this.
Right. I need all the help.
Well, tonight is going to be really short, Of course,
absolutely.
Yeah, of course, situations happen, so I do truly apologize.
Definitely.
I reached out to you to let you know. And see this title of the show. They tried it, I survived it. Because people always trying you.
Always.
But of course, you're busy, I'm busy. Hopefully the other two ladies could come in. If not, definitely we'll do another show in the future sometimes.
Sure.
Absolutely. So how you doing, beautiful lady?
I am good. I'm not going to complain. Like I said, this title of this show, They Tried It, But I Survived It, is like, need to be in lights on a shirt, all that. Because, look, I've been going through it, but I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here. I'm making it through. So I'm going to keep on surviving.
Absolutely. As we all do, as we all shall. And but introduce yourself to the Pillow Talk with the Tea family. Let them know who you are and what you got going on.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Pillow Talk with the Tea fam. My name is Danny. I am an educator by trade, but I am now a nonprofit founder. I have a nonprofit called R3 Memorial Foundation Incorporated, which is a domestic violence nonprofit that I started in honor of my great niece and great nephew who were murdered as victims of domestic violence. Mm-hmm. And then I also have a podcast called My Survivor Voice, hence my name, here on Instagram. And that is a platform for people who look like me and Queen to share our stories of survival. And I've started that podcast because I realized there is so much healing in sharing your story. And it's so crazy. I got a quick story about that. I have a friend girl I was talking to today, and I share with her about my diagnosis with seasonal affective disorder. I get the winter blues really, really bad. Mm-hmm. And so we were just talking, and I shared that with her. I was like, I'm trying to get all my fun in now, girl, because when the weather changed, I'd be out of the commission. And she was like, oh my God. I think, like, we started, comparing symptoms. She was like, I'm going to talk to my doctor. I think that might be something that I have. And I was like, that's the perfect example for the premise behind My Survivor Voice. is to share your story so that other people hearing it. So many times we don't talk about stuff, and then people be like, well, I don't know which way to go. I don't know what doctor to talk to. I don't know what to share, because people don't share their story. When you share your story and people hear it, they're like, huh, it gets people's wheels turning. So that's the premise behind My Survivor Voice. We share our stories from trial to triumph and find purpose in our pain and share it with the world so that other people can find theirs.
Absolutely. And you definitely know that I'm one of the people that definitely believe in sharing your story, and that I believe that everyone has a story, especially me me being part of a cast of Soul Sisters reality show. I feel like when people do speak about their story, you get to know and understand people more. And not only that, but you also get to end up, like you said, people have, you know, a way of breaking that shell and hitting the nutcracker with other people, because people be wanting to. They just need to see somebody like them doing it to give them that confidence. But absolutely. So tonight's show, they tried it. I survived it. And that could go in many shapes, many forms. You know, many people, and there's others have, many people don't know, I am a domestic violence survivor. Over now 16 years of surviving that relationship. And of course, he tried it, but I survived it.
Okay.
And I would definitely say just basically choosing to leave, that gave me back my power, my voice, but in the mix of me healing and going through my healing journey. And have you ever had an episode of anything in life? Because it could go from family, friends, or just people out on the street, or people at your job, people at school. They just try you.
Listen,
and people
how
on
many?
social media.
Look, I thought we said we was gonna keep this short. How much time you got? Listen. So, okay, I'm gonna go into the whole work, because this is something I've been wanting to talk about. I haven't found anybody to come on the podcast and talk about work toxicity. But yes, so one of my biggest things, so I think that I'm a fairly nice person. I think I'm pretty approachable. I like people. I was working as a supervisor at my last position before I started my nonprofit. And there was a young lady who had made some moves. One of my I want to say employees, because I wasn't her boss, but I was a supervisor. But she had made some moves. I was like, oh, you can't do that. So I went to her and I was like, y'all, I'm not trying to be a witch, but we can't do that. We got to stop that. I thought that was pretty cool. Maybe it wasn't. This girl cried. She went to HR on me, had me at HR. And like, I really was in a mood like, she really tried it.
Wow.
She tried it, but you know what? Listen to how God will turn that thing around though. So she tried it, and they called me in, and I had been there for a while, so they kind of knew me. Less than a month later, she was fired for her own stuff, nothing to do with me. I was like, see, I gotta work that thing out. You tried it, I survived it. I'm still here. You out the door. But yeah, so that was like a work thing. But oh my gosh, so much stuff. Look, my own body turned on me, and my thyroid tried to kill me back in 2017 and had me walking on a cane and all that kind of stuff. It tried it, but I survived it. I went on, and that's what this beautiful scar is from. Okay. Which it took me a long time to get to the point where I was willing to like share this. If you look at pictures back at me from that time after my surgery, like I would wear high collars, necklaces to cover it up. I was so ashamed of, well, not ashamed, self-conscious. Yes. About this scar. And then again, I had to realize it's a story behind this. There is purpose behind my pain. So absolutely. Yeah. And so many things people tried. And look, my son's father done tried it. I survived him. Lord mercy. I survived him.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, the knock on wood on that. Thank you, Jesus.
Right.
Right. Yes. And you know, I believe everyone, you know, in our world or in the world period, you know, go through that trial and basis where people try them, you know, and you know, sadly to say, some people don't survive it, you know, but
Yes.
that's celebration when people do survive it. Because just like I had a cousin who didn't survive her situation, and just like you said, you had a niece and a nephew, and I also had a cousin at oh my God, I think it's over 20 something years.
Wow.
She didn't survive it, and that's what made me get out my situation, because I'm like, I refuse to allow her to die in vain, knowing the fact that I know what she went through, and then me still sitting here in this situation. And it's like, no, I gotta get out of here, because what was the purpose of not just her, but many of them who didn't survive it? And if I'm sitting here like, okay, I know something wrong, but not do something, girl, you better survive this shit. Because I remember my grandfather told me long time ago, and this is before he even knew about the situation, God rest his soul. He said, I wouldn't think that you ever would be in a situation like that, or domestic situation ever. But if you ever find yourself in that, let me tell you something. It better be, either it's going to be you or him. But behold, it better not be wags. And I had that voice in my head. And that's how all the strength from those different people is who assist me and help me and allow me to survive those situations. But thank God for that, because now I could be a voice for those, and just like how you are a voice for your niece and your nephew, and for many of those who not tell their story. And that's why I continue to tell my story, because those not here to continue to tell their story. I'm here because I survived it to tell my story in honor of them. But
absolutely,
listen, I had work situations where I remember me and my son, I think about 6-7 years ago now, probably more than less, we moved to Texas. This was after my grandmother passed away. And, you know, just needed a fresh start. So, out of all places, I don't know why Texas. I hope you ain't from Texas, but...
Shout out to all the Texas people.
Shout out to all the Texas. I really love you guys. Continue to watch and listen, subscribe, support. However, Texas is not for me.
Right.
I remember at work, you know, a lot of the women definitely tried it. And you know how you have that feeling when you walk out of a room, right? Because I was walking out of this conference room, and it was like 3 girls standing together talking. And you know how when you walk out, then all of a sudden the ants just start splatting away? And it's like, you don't want to be like in your head, but like, oh yeah, they must be left because they see it was talking about me.
Yeah,
you
don't want to
You don't want to be that girl. But you know, so your gut, the God in you has said, yeah, because why would they leave like that as soon as you walk out that room, and they was just in the middle of this hallway,
scattering.
And all of a sudden they see the person they was talking about. So I just ignored it. I completely ignored it, because I'm like, I'm not gonna be that chick. Then all of a sudden, another day, when an incident where we were still in training, and one of the young ladies, I'm sitting there, I think I was saying something to the trainee or whatever, or the trainer, and she, you know how you can hear people say something under their breath, but they thought they was whispering, and I'm like, see, that's strike 2. One more strike, I'm telling you, I
gotta say something.
I'm saying something. So next time we was in the break room during lunch, I think I had asked one of the other girls, who was 3 of them together, because you know when people do jobs, you just start finding your little cliques and all that other stuff. Me, I was always the person, I never really cared if I was by myself or not, because I'm not trying to click with anybody. At the end of the day, I track the bag, and I track people. They come to me.
That's it.
So I think I had asked her about her notes, and then one of them, I guess, said, oh, well, you ain't write your notes. And I looked at her and was like, but I'm not talking to you. If I was going to talk to you, I would have looked at you, would have said your name. I'm talking to her. So I said,
didn't your mom ever tell you speak when spoken to?
Yes. So I'm like, let me keep speaking to her, because you must want something. So the last, okay, we told you that's the third time.
Right.
The fourth time.
Oh, you gave them all the chances,
Yes.
girl.
The fourth time, we was in the parking lot. Oh, because I did address them because it was constantly on my conscience. So I went up to one of the other girls. I said, you know, just trying to be effectively adult, grown about it, want to communicate. But a lot of days, even now today, when you try to effectively communicate, people still don't understand it, but they want to say communicate. So I'm confused about that. So I went up there. I said, yeah, I just want to, you know, just clear my conscience about something because when I was coming out the boardroom, I see you girls, you three was, you know, huddle up. And when I came out, you know, I felt like, you know, and I didn't want to be that girl, didn't want to be the chick, but I felt like you guys scattered. And it already was like a day or two, maybe three. It was still on my conscience, so it was still kind of bothering. So I'm like, let me say something. So she was like, no, it wasn't about you. Like, you know, Q, we wouldn't even do that, da, da, da. I said, okay, no problem, cool. So I guess she must have went back to tell the young lady. So I'm in the parking lot just trying to get some fresh air, get some vitamin C from the sun. Then she came up to me. She was like, one of the girls, the girl who thought I was talking to her. She was like, oh, so you went up to such and such and into basically asking her, was we talking about you? I said, I damn well did. And if I was going
to, she tried it.
Yes, I come up to you, I would have asked you, but I asked her. I said, but so what you want? It's a whole bunch of parking lot here. What's going on? I said, let me tell you something. I'm not from Texas. Where we come from, I will smiley walk your ass in this parking lot. And not only that, I don't do many talking. I say I already gave y'all 4 chances for different things that y'all all equally did. So now what's up? We could put the period to the end. So she was like, no. So I guess you thought I was one of them people, one of the girls.
You're not gonna stun me. You're not gonna stun me.
Exactly. Now her tone and tune is being changed. So all of a sudden, I guess one of her friends felt some type of way. So the second break, they was like, Q, I just don't appreciate how you spoke to. I said, well, I don't give a goddamn. And it was like, well, I don't even know what you saying. What you talking about? I just feel like the way you came up to us, it was so aggressive. I said, that's not aggressive. You don't even know what aggressive is where I come from.
Listen.
Then she was like, y'all talk too fast. I said, bitch, we don't talk too fast. You listening to motherfucking slow. I said I couldn't. And then I walked away. And from that point, I never had a problem with them. I just couldn't. I'm like, already I gave y'all many chances. And I was shocked that God was giving you the chances, though he was talking to you to save your life. But now you playing with me. But again, they tried it, but I survived it. And
that's it. And you know what? It's so unfortunate that we have to I talk to my friend, I think she's on here. I talk to my friend about this all the time. I feel like sometimes I have to muffle myself because of where I come from. I'm a Midwest girl. And so like I live in the South now, but I was born and raised in the Midwest. And it's like, I don't know if I don't have that Southern charm or whatever the case may be, but people think I'm so rough. People think I'm so aggressive when they need it. One of my best friends, Jarena, she on here. When she first met me, she said the day that she met me, she went home and told her mama, it's one girl, mama, I don't think I'm alike. She was talking about me, but we are like this. And it's like, what is it about me? She was like, you just seem like you so rough. And I was like, but I'm not though. I'm really, really not. So, but it's unfortunate that like we as women, brown women, we have to muffle ourselves and stifle our personalities because people don't know how to take us. I really, really hate that. But like you said, you know, they try it all the time and we survive it. We've been surviving it. We'll continue to survive it. But I really want to put that out there to the people listening. Like, try to be understanding. Like, everybody does not have the same personality types. People are raised in different parts of this country, and we raised in different households. And everybody, like, I'm loud. I'm loud. My voice carries. That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I don't, hold on. Somebody said, unconfident people find confident people aggressive and intimidating. No, I just know. Thank you, Mayhem. B Mayhem 419. Exactly. I'm not aggressive. I just know what I know, and I'm gonna say what I know. I'm gonna pop my shit. Like, that's just what it is.
And then
that's what it is.
I get more men than I do women where they take my passion and they want to say it's aggressive, and it's not even me being aggressive, and or just like you said, you know, they want to take you know, being confident and turn it into a negative and say, oh, you're aggressive. And I really feel that a lot of people see a confident or feel the energy of a confident person, and because they haven't yet found theirs, they be ready to turn that somebody else's confidence and say, oh, you're aggressive, or you're intimidating, or you coming in here too strong. And it's not even that. So, like, my thing is, how about borrowing some of my motherfucking confidence until you find yours and stop trying to put a negative on my shit?
That's it. That's it. That's it. I need us to understand, like, stop acting like we are. I'm not, you know, that sound, am I the drama? I'm not the drama. I promise you I'm not. But the thing about it is, because I am so confident and I do, you know, believe in what I know is what I know. You can't take it from me. Exactly. And I believe in what I know. I'm never going to hesitate to say what I feel. I'm never going to hesitate to speak up for myself. So if that's a problem, I'm not the person you want to have a conversation with. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, just it been many times. So we talked about trying it at work, trying it probably at school. Like family members trying you.
Oh, listen. Oh, look, my family. Look, I'm this one gonna go viral, Q, because I'm gonna talk about my family. Listen. So, oh goodness, this is a long story, but I'm gonna try to shorten it up. So I had a cousin, rest her soul, who passed away. Okay, cool, fine. My family, she didn't have life insurance, which, side note, y'all get some life insurance.
Exactly.
You can get life insurance for $20 a month. Skip that coffee, skip them Newport, skip whatever, and get your life insurance, please. Okay, that was my PSA for today. But she didn't have life insurance, so the family was taking up money. Well, a particular cousin called my mom and was like, are y'all gonna donate? My mama said, well, I'm gonna donate this amount, and my sister's name is Misha. She was like, I think Misha and Danielle are gonna donate. That's me and my sister. Mm-hmm. Now she said she think my mama. I ain't lived with my mama I've been out of high school 20 years. I ain't lived with my mama in 20 years, so she can't really speak for me and my pockets. And so my cousin that was taking up the money said, well, I'll put in the money for them, but you don't even know how much I'm willing to donate. You don't know what I got. She put in, y'all, it's so mediocre. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy for even being an issue. She put in $100 for me, but you ain't talked to me. Yeah. So then after she put them, and she said she put the money in, to this day, I really don't know that she put the money in. Let's be clear there. So then she put the money in, and then after she donated the money, called me to say, you owe me $100. Oh, you tried it. Mm-hmm. You ain't talk, because you ain't talked to me. How you know I got $100? Exactly. You know, this was some years ago. Shoot, I was barely making it. Shoot, I had a little one. We know kids expensive. Who said I had $100 to give? You never even talked to me. She got so angry with me. She blocked me on social media. Wow. But here's the thing. At that time in my life, I was really sick. Like, I was it was before my surgery, so I was still like sick, battling cancer. I was like, okay, look, you blocking me on social media was the least of my worries. I was trying to live. I was trying to survive. Exactly. So I came out of it. I survived my cancer. I beat cancer. About 2 years ago. Well, yeah, 2 years had passed during that time. I had beat my cancer, all that. She messaged me, unblocked me on Facebook, messaged me and was like, it was the end of the year, you know, everybody be trying to do their New Year's resolutions and stuff, talking about we family and we've been family all this time. We can't, I'm not going into the new year not speaking to you. You think I responded? Because no, ma'am, you tried it. I survived it. I'm gonna keep on surviving it without you. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Exactly. What Network said. He said, I think our generation is a lot more clear and okay with understanding that just because they are related to you, make family. Absolutely.
Bingo.
Let me like
Bingo.
it. I wish I could do more than like it. Listen.
Right. Look, listen, bingo.
What I said, because if you guys go down to my post on my page, I think I sit there and say because, you know, when family doesn't make us related. And I'm dead ass. And
shoot, yeah, I'm closer to some people who ain't got a drop of my blood in their body. But I know they gonna ride for me till the wheels fall off.
And they will spit on me if I was on fire.
Yes, yes.
Compared to the other ones that probably would not spit on me if I was on fire. Let's bring him up. He joined. Let's bring him up.
Come on.
Yes, come through. He must got something on his chest. He gotta explore to really come through, brother.
What's up, Network King?
What's good, peoples? Well, just, I had to give the Kanye shrug a little bit on that one. It's what it is.
It is what it is.
It's what it is, Call a spade a spade. That's what we do these days.
Absolutely.
That's it. And I think you hit the nail on the head, too. Our generation is more clear. Like, back in our parents' day, well, I don't know how old everybody is. I know how old I am.
It sounds like I'm the same age as you because I'm 30. I'll be 38 next month.
And I'm 40.
Okay, I only got you by a year. So, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I think we got y'all both beat.
We're around the same age. We of the same generation.
But yeah, like in our family's day and age, like, family was in our parents' day and age, family was everything. Oh, that's family. No, absolutely not. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have a half sister, one of my dad's daughters. I haven't spoken to since the day my father passed, or the day we buried my dad. My dad died in 2006.
Wow.
And when I tell y'all I don't miss him, that's the messed up part.
Wow.
I mean, it's the real part. If I'm being honest, y'all, I tuned in and y'all start talking stuff, and I'm like, oh, I can speak to that. I have said since Thanksgiving this past year, I actually cut my family off Thanksgiving night. My immediate family, cut them all off, every last one. I'm like, can't do it no more. Y'all too toxic.
Yeah, I definitely could relate to that because my thing is, I truly believe in loving your family or certain family members from like 10 arm lengths away. Because at the end of the day, it's about protecting your peace, your sanity, and your space. And especially when you're elevating and you're doing things in life, just business-wise, financially, or just personally, you're elevating so your mindset is not where they at. And sometimes people don't understand that you're at a different level. Not to say that you're better. It's just the fact when you get clarity, you start to see shit more clear. And like I had to cut off a cousin who recently hit me up a couple weeks ago because this incident happened probably a year or so ago where she came at me and like me, I'm a ride or die family member, a ride or die friend, our loyalty to the but my thing is I believe in reciprocation. If I give it to you, I need you to give me back what I give to you. And if you're not pouring up my cup how I'm pouring up your cup, I got to look at this cup and see what's going on. And I either have to cut some legs off. And my thing is, like, she apologized. I accept her apology. But my thing is, you're not going to come back in being placed like we're going to start picking up where we last left off. Because at the end of the day, I believe in you teaching people how to treat you. And if you they'll just do whatever to you. And again, that was the second, possibly the third time that me and her had a situation in the falling out. And I say, listen, first time I shame on you, second time shame on you, third time you telling me all the way just fuck me.
Pretty much.
Listen, funny enough to your point, I think the realest I think my dad finally realized I was grown about, what was that, 2020? 2020, we had not spoken in probably like a couple years, and maybe more than a couple years, and um, we sat down, and the only reason that we were in each other's space is because of COVID, because my immediate family was there, and so they're all reliant on him from a financial standpoint. He was basically a breadwinner, and he's not that business savvy. I'm the most business savvy person in the family. Nobody's admitted it, but they know it.
Yeah.
So that being said, you know, I'm like, okay, so that you don't take everybody else down with the ship, you know, I'm going to help the family out with this whole thing because I had stayed away from the family business. So I started kind of inserting myself in there a little bit here and there. And he decides he's gonna be the father and say, sit down, let's have a talk. Now after I done helped him out and did some things, whatever, and trying to quote unquote lecture me. And we got into it that day, but we came to an understanding because he realized it's like I don't get to get away with the petty shit that I got away with before from time on because I put it to him like this. I was like, I guess he said something one day because we come to blows one time where like and he wanted to address that. And he was like, yo, we've he's like, that day that you did XYZ, I wanted to kill you. I was like, the feeling's mutual.
Oh.
He didn't expect that. He didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing that is like, because you raised me, I'm the oldest of three. You raised me to be the respectful person. You raised me to sit here and hold my tongue. And you've also abused that privilege as well, and abused that power because you know that I'm going to be that person that just bites my tongue. I'm going to be respectful and I'm going to let you get away with it. And, you stroke your own ego with that shit. So normally I've done that, but I'm like, I'm 35 years old, 36 years old at this point. I'm a grown ass man. We're not doing that no more. It's like at a certain point, it's like you done used all that shit all the fuck out.
Yeah.
So, that was the first thing that I said. In that same conversation, the way I kicked it to him, where he really understood, I kicked it to him several times, but the one that really got his attention, I could say, I can either love you up close or I can love you from afar. Either way, I still love you. Either way, I still love you.
Yeah.
But the choice is yours.
Yes, yes.
Point,
that's a really nice way to put that.
I can either love you from up close or I can love you from afar.
I can love you from afar.
It does
and see, my saying is, I always tell people, you can either join in or join out, but either way, you gonna join. So it's the choice is yours.
That
so it's to you. But I like your way better. I can love you up close, or I can love you. That sounds so much better.
Yeah, and
I mean, it was what it was. It's just, and a lot of people, I battled with that, and I stayed around and we kind of reconciled for a quick second. But Thanksgiving night of this past year, I had to let them all go because more and more I'm sitting here like, you know what? Whenever I'm trying to do something great, whenever I'm striving to do something great, the support that I need from them, the support that it's not there. The respect that I need from them, period, is not there. And that interaction I just got sick of. And it fucks with my productivity. It always fucks with my productivity, period. So and I had seen it one other time where I was living in the house and I was helping my little brother. He's 12 years younger than me. Again, I'm the most business savvy in the family, and it's 5 of us. It's my mother, my father, me, my sister, and my brother.
Yeah.
So my brother had this. My parents gave my brother like this idea, this concept for this interview series. None of them know what the fuck to do with a camera. And I've been shooting meanwhile for like Grey Goose, Def Jam, Spectre Vodka, 2 Chainz, all that, blah, blah, blah. Right. So I know how to do this. I got the team. I know how to put it together, X, Y, Z. So they got these grandiose dreams. They ain't got shit, they don't know how to put it to bring it up.
Yeah.
Right.
I got my own passion projects, mind you, at this point, that I'm focused on. But I'm hearing them talk about it. I take a break from that, and I'm like, let me pull my little brother up. Come here, let me show you how to do this.
Yeah.
So me trying to do that, do you know how much I was accused of trying to steal his shit? They didn't like what I was doing. Everything was a problem. It was a fight to the very end. They were my biggest adversary. Meanwhile, I'm trying to give him his own quote unquote internship as to for something that I'm like, this is how you do this position from the front of the camera to the back of the camera. You know, from the marketing of this thing to the other side. This is how you do this full circle so you can actually learn exactly what to do and you know how to hire for these positions. And by the time you graduate from college, he wasn't even in college yet. He was in high school. By the time you're done, it's like, man, you already got your own internship. You don't need one. You good. Your shit's monetized.
And see, unfortunately, sometimes y'all ever saw that episode of The Cosby Show where Sandra asked Elvin to open the pickle, and Cliff had taught Elvin whenever you. That's how you have to handle people like that. You be like, oh, let me, and they get to. You got it.
So check this. So when I finished, so what happened was I was in the middle of getting that project together, and I literally was living in the house, and every time my sister and brother didn't like something that I did, instead of asking me about it because they didn't understand business, they go run and tell my mom and dad, which would come and yell at me about it, thinking that that's going to change things.
For sure.
Right. And I'm like, that's not really it. So I'm catching hell from everywhere. You know? So I'm like, these motherfuckers over here like really don't understand and not appreciate, and they just mad that I'm heading it up. You know, everybody's jealous, and the youngest one just doesn't understand that I'm really trying to help him because he's influenced by everybody else because they've all said don't listen to him. So I wound up leaving the house, and as soon as I left the house, don't you know I got that shit that I finished. We finished the whole thing. We had over 200 people show up to the red carpet premiere. Shit looked like something for HBO. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Super official, all of that. The moment I got out the house, that shit got done. The moment I got out the house, the shit got done. I was like, fast forward several years later, we'll say 6 years later, I'm building my agency, and I'm well out the house. Well out the house or whatever. But this is about 7 years later actually. Well out the house and definitely just doing my own thing, but I'm building my business. And once again, my family is sitting here like talking shit, doing like all kind of the energy and the respect of what I'm doing. Meanwhile, like y'all about to lose your house. You know what I'm saying? Like finances and everything, like everybody just kind of sitting in an oblivion, and you see me actually doing things. And meanwhile, y'all sitting on top of money and funds and things like that, doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing with it, you know, and about to just, you know, when it's gone, it's gone.
But
and giving me all kind of grief. So like
at certain points you just have to just realize, and I hate using the word jealous especially when it comes to your family, and especially when they try to put it on you, and it's like it's so far that you could end up taking it with a fact that's like, I never believed in that. How can family members be actually jealous of you when the fact is like we share the same damn blood, where the fact is like if you look good, it makes me look good, so why the hell am I jealous?
That's the logistics, and that's the reality of like that why it took so long for me to step away, because again, society raises us. You know, your mother and father raised you. Everybody raised you to like, you know, family. It's family first, and family, and this and this and family. Like nobody, I never do you wrong. I never lie to you. I got your back. I do X, Y, Z. I lie for you before I lie to you. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. We from that generation. I know all that shit sound familiar to everybody.
Right.
So,
it does. Right. When you get older, you start to see the true shit.
Exactly.
Because
exactly.
Go
ahead.
As I'm the oldest, so all the mistakes were made on me, and I was raised with the most rules, so to speak. So that being said, you raised me to be this person. And I actually listened. I'm that person that you did a great job. You raised me to be this person. But now having to come to grips with it's like, yo, you raised me to be this person and now you actually can't handle it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and the reality of the situation was I saw it at 16 and I've seen it ever since. Getting other people to see it was always the problem. So listening to friends, listening to other family members, listening to people outside or whatever that's saying, nah, that's your family. You only get one mom. You only get one dad. You only get, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, nah, they ain't, you know,
and all of that is true. All of that is true. We do. You're allotted one mother. You're allotted. That's true. But at the same time, one thing that I love about my generation, those of us born in the mid to late 70s, early 80s, one thing I love about us, we don't give a damn. We are here to heal. First of all, I know it's cliche and I know a lot of people say it, but the realest thing that our generation came up with was breaking generational curses. I'm not doing it. The same old ain't gonna work for me. It's just not. And I love that about us.
Yeah.
I love that about us. Like that, you're not gonna continue to try me and think I'm gonna be cool with it. Yeah. No, I'm a survive it. I'm gonna get through it. But let me tell you how I'm gonna survive it. I'm not putting up with it. Yeah. I'm gonna distance myself. I'm gonna protect my peace, and we're gonna move forward. And that's just what it is. And you can either again join in, join out. Either way, you're gonna join.
And then hurt them the most is what the fact is when you do that, right? And they don't have that accessibility to you because now it's like they're going through all other family members to find out to see what you got going on, what's going on with that person. And it's like when they try to ask, they only getting the basic surface answer. And it's like, you got to realize that these other people that you asking, they probably don't know they damn self, so they're going to give you just the surface answer to the fact is that you're not going to get that much, and you wondering why, damn, I can't get no information about such and such, why? Nobody ain't telling me, and they just like, oh, she good, oh, he's doing good. That's all you really going to get, because you got to just think about the fact is that her family member is going to be loyal to the one you fucked over. They not
that part
to you to give you that privilege of you getting that information. So it's like they protecting the person of like, and I'm the oldest of the second oldest girl. My brother is the oldest boy with a blue, but I'm the oldest on my mom's side, but the second oldest on my dad's side. And I definitely feel your pain, the responsibility, what we was taught, what we should do, how we should be able to teach our other siblings, and how we should lead by example, and all this other stuff. It is even with my cousins. I'm the first cousin, the oldest cousin, oldest child, all that shit. My son is the oldest first great grandchild. I'm just glad he don't have that much pressure as I did. It's just the fact is that it's times I had to say fuck this leadership, because this people trying me. And it's like they throw that in your face to think that's going to calm you down or bring you back. But it's like, how many times can you poke the bear until the bear decide it want to attack? So now you trying me, but you know what? I'm leaving this motherfucker because I'm going to survive it. And then when I leave, you guys ain't going to have no more contact with me. I'm done.
Because I got to protect that energy. It's like, yo, you fucking with my energy. My family was literally fucking with my productivity.
Yep.
As soon as I leave, as soon as I separate from y'all, it's like I'm separating from all these other motherfuckers.
Like for real. And that's something else that's dope. Like that has come about. People been doing it for years, but it's really become a thing now, and that's going no contact. And I know a lot of people are against it. Don't get me wrong. They feel like, oh, you should let your family know you're okay. I can let you know I'm okay. But going no contact, some people are doing like there are missing persons reports of people who literally, y'all was fucking over them, so they went no contact on you. They was tired of it. Exactly. They was like, I'm ghost, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Here's the reality.
Only way you're gonna see what I'm doing if you do social media.
That's it. That's all you gonna get.
And here's the reality of what I've said. You know, I had to say this to my mother the last time we spoke. because she came to my space unannounced, you know, because I was in contact with her. You know, she's like, I miss you and this and this. I miss you too. I love you too. Don't mean I want you in the space. But so she came unannounced one day and we had a very real conversation, or I should say I had a lot to say because she asked a question.
Yeah.
So I gave her, you know, I gave her the answers to
the real answer.
she didn't, yeah, the things that she didn't want to hear. And, you know, again, I think that a lot of stuff is hitting home because I'm not accessible like that. So she's starting to hear, but at the same time, I also understand it's like, you're not really hearing what I'm saying. You just hurt at the fact that, you know, you kind of think that everything is the movies. So because I love you, because it's your birthday, because it's a special occasion, XYZ, we supposed to just all come together and sweep everything up under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And so the reality of the situation, I told my mother, I said, listen, I understand every last one of y'all at y'all core and at my core. You know, we all, like, here's where healing really is. And I know that I'm healed enough. May not always be healed because we're constantly having to heal anyway, because we constantly face things that are trying to break us through life, period. So like, I'm healed enough and I've done the work and I have the clarity, you know, because I've had no choice throughout life to, you know, be able to see and understand. But now it's the epiphany moment to be able to verbalize it. I, at my core, at my parents' core, they love the fuck out of me. At my family's core, they love the fuck out of me. They want the best for me. You know? But what's surrounding that motherfucking core? Jealousy, envy, you know, all kind of like just stuck up attitude, whatever you think you did. You know, all this kind of craziness. Why? Because just because they're your parents, they still fucking human. Just because they family, they still fucking human. Period.
Absolutely. And I think what you said about having a difficult conversation, that is one of the biggest key components to surviving anything. When I say that, I mean from health issues to relationship issues to any kind of trauma, having those difficult conversations. When it comes to your health, having those difficult conversations with your doctors. You know, there's things that people are dealing with physically. Listen to me, y'all. I'm talking to people like us that we will not go to the doctor and say, let me take it back. We'll go to the doctor and won't even mention it. Won't mention it. You got people who have bowel issues, they stomach bleeding, won't say a word to their physician. Why? Because it's a difficult and uncomfortable conversation. But that's the key to surviving anything, even in relationships. You know, having that difficult conversation. If you're in an abusive relationship, it's going to be difficult to go to somebody that you trust and care about and say, hey, this is happening to me. I need help. I need help. It's hard, but you got to do it. It's important. Like, you can't survive anything without communicating and having those difficult conversations. I love that you said that. That's something that you and your mom did. That's amazing. And that's, you know, that's big.
I've always been able to
of basically having those uncomfortable conversations when it comes to my podcast, because my thing is, I believe that having those, like you say, having those uncomfortable conversations are a part of your growth. It's part of your healing. Because I'm telling you, when you do conquer to have those uncomfortable conversations, you feel like you grown an inch or two taller, like, oh my God, I accomplished that, like a weight that's been lifted, like you just lost 10 pounds. It just feels like it's like an internal, mental, physical, emotional type of clarity and just weight that's lifted. And just also when you said about our parents, and this is the thing, because even I think you guys heard about this too, or heard this before. Oh, don't worry about your mom. She just set in her ways. I hate that thing, because at the end of the day, I don't believe nobody being set in their ways, because as long as you on this earth, I don't care how old you are, you should be able to be willing to grow, to be willing to continue to elevate and up into your end of the days of your life. That's when you stop, when you die. but I don't care.
That's it.
Yeah, even with like me and my mom, we ain't had the best relationship because we were one of the same. It took me to end up moving out for me and my mom to actually grow. Now, me and my mom are like this. Like that is my dog, my road, my ride or die. That's my life. She support, even though she don't know nothing about the social media shit. She like, whatever I could do, I'm supporting you. Whatever that could come on, I will do whatever. Like if it's gonna be on Facebook, I'm good. But that Instagram,
That's my mom.
like I don't know about that Instagram, but I know she's here in spirit because she wants to be here. She just only could deal with one social fucking media at a time. So, but other than that, I want to move on to the fact of they tried it, but we survived it with social media. How many times?
Let me clear my throat for this one.
How many times that we all have been tried with social media? And I feel like a lot of people be like, oh, well, that's social media. Don't take it personal. You're not going to never see that person. But you know how many times or how many partnerships, collaborations, business or endeavors have happened during the 3 to 4 year span of the COVID that people had created something from off of social media?
Yes,
So
so much.
That this is just social media. You're never going to meet these people because I would never met you guys off of fucking this if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So regardless, I may or may not ever be in the same room with you guys. But again, for still to have that standards, that boundaries, and the rules and the morals to teach people on social media how you are to be treated and to teach them how to treat you, they still are a part of your life. Because at the end of the day, you like networking, you could be somewhere, you be like, somebody could say, oh, I'm looking for a podcast. You're like, oh, I know this girl named Q, da-da-da. We could be talking about each other and bringing out each other's names in rooms that we're not even in. So
I'm telling you, yes.
Ain't still real life.
Yeah, you definitely can't say that, oh, it's only social media. Because listen, matter of fact, one of the people that just joined, She Loves Alchemy, one of my favorite podcasts ever. Like I tell their host all the time, Rest, I be like, you're my friend in my head. Like, listen, so don't say it's just social media. Like, I really feel like I've created a bond, or or a social media friendship with them, with her and Neat. But yeah, so people definitely try it on social media. I get 100%. Absolutely, they will. Oh, yes, they will try it. But let me tell you the key to my key to surviving that block button. Block game strong, baby. That block button.
Stupid. Listen. Y'all got another thing that I came to realize was this year, maybe last year, I think before 2022. Y'all know we the first generation. Technically, it was us. We're the first generation with social media started with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're the first generation. Prior to us, like we have watched because social media came around. I guess when me and what's your name? Royalty down here. Yeah, Danny. So basically all of us. We were in college when Facebook came around, but then before that it was MySpace, Black Planet. We were the first.
Oh, Black Planet.
I wasn't on Black Planet. I wasn't. But I still get props to where credit is due. I was on MySpace, but I hated MySpace because you had to be a fucking web designer to do the shit. You know what I'm saying? You had to be a coder. And that
put me on your top 8.
And a lot of web designers, say that they got their start from MySpace, from learning how to code from MySpace. But all that said, think about it. We have literally, digitally, we have a digital social media family that we have watched. I've gotten to know people digitally that I have not met to this day. We have graduated from college. Mm-hmm. We have dropped out of college. We have had babies. We have gotten married. Divorced, you know what I'm saying? Gotten into situationships, gotten jobs, started businesses, all kind of shit. We have
Yeah.
blown up, and we have watched each other grow up as
Mhm.
adults
Mhm.
on social media. And we
Exactly.
have a whole fucking relationship with these people. Like, I know these people or whatever. So if I see them in the street, it's all love. It's
Yeah.
family.
Exactly.
We the first
100%.
generation to be able to experience that.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what it's about, and that's what you want. But you still have those people who will come on your page and try you. Like
Yes.
you still have that. We still have that. Like I said, any type of relationship. I don't care from intimate relationships, social media relationships, familial relationships, work relationships. We talked about all of those tonight. But
Yeah.
every last one of them, you're gonna have a situation where people will try you.
Yeah.
And the key to surviving it is first of all finding out what your boundaries are and
Absolutely.
sticking to them, implementing them. Hey, like I said, my boundaries on social media, when you cross that line, one thing you're not going to do is you're not going to come on my page and blame survivors. You're not going to talk shit about domestic violence survivors because that will not only get you blocked, it might get you a few choice words before I block. Because we're not going to play like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like once you know your boundaries and set those boundaries and make them clear when people cross them, like I said, my go-to to surviving people who try me on social media, block them. I ain't got time. Blocked
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
with a T.
I definitely believe in that blocking, unfollowing, blocking, and just knowing the fact that I'm a true believer that everyone is not for me and I'm not for everyone, and understanding that. And due to the fact people will come on here thinking like, oh, because they do what they do on, in real life, they can do the same shit to people. And when they meet a whole different breed like myself, they sit there, they get shocked, but then they try to go in defense and justification mode to say the why, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And no, we're not gonna do that because you're hearing me, because we've been talking about accountability on this motherfucker for years.
Yes.
We've been talking
Yes.
about men and women taking responsibility. We've been sitting and talking about we need to do better as the Black and brown community. We've been talking about so many different topics when it comes to people from, just social media, from podcasters to everybody under the sun. So why we not implementing those? So we just having a conversation, but we're not walking the walk. See me? The difference, I'm walking the walk and I'm showing you. And I had to cut people off. And that's why I say social
Yes.
to me, it's a devil, but then it could be a good thing, because I met amazing sisters and sisterhoods off of social media, where like two of my great amazing spirit sisters I met off of freaking social media. And those
That's beautiful.
drop of blood, we don't share the same blood, but one thing I can say, we must was related somewhere in some lifetime, because so many things in each one of our lives connect for some reason, and it's crazy. And I will beat a bitch ass for them, period. But
That's beautiful.
but tonight's show definitely was good.
It was.
What is some parting tea that you guys want to give? Put some parting tea in the teacups for the pillow talk with the tea family. So what would
Okay.
give them, in regards of the people trying them and how they should actually survive it?
I'm gonna let you go on that one.
Okay. Okay. So for me, I always tell everybody first things first, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself, extend yourself grace. That's key number one to surviving anything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so hard on yourself that you down yourself for the next person. That's the first part. But when it comes to the people who are trying you, set your boundaries, limit that access, and keep it pushing. Do you work on you?
Absolutely.
My girlfriend has, she specializes in emotional intelligence, amongst other things, accountability, lifestyle design, things of that nature. Um, in dating her, I mean, of course, there's so many similarities that we have. But one of the things that we definitely agree on, and she has taught me, or given me the concept of, is the gentle release. So being able to just release people gently, the folks that disappoint you, and the folks that let you down, the folks that try you, the folks that do all those kinds of things. Like, and then also having the emotional intelligence for certain people that just outright they want to smoke, you know, because they're trying to be a bully or they're trying to do whatever it is they think they can intimidate. They think that you're less than or whatever, or they know that you're not less than, but you know they think that you're gonna punk out to some extent with the things, or you're gonna blow up or something. They can get a rise out of you.
Yeah.
Having the emotional intelligence to be able to handle certain shit, you know, in a intellectual way, to where they can't even stand it. You know, right now as we speak, I have a speaking gig that I'm doing next weekend, where I'm going to be sharing the stage with somebody that at one point I considered them family. It's like a big sis to me. But her and this other guy that I know, that I am no longer close to either one of them, they were being real messy. And I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure if she shows up, she done already told him to show up just because she wants to sing. And me and her are sharing the stage with each other on a panel. And so, and this guy's not gonna be on the panel; he's gonna be in the audience. And so, I've had to get trained from my girl, because she professionally does this. It's just a blessing that she does.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to media training and emotional intelligence, things of that nature, of like, okay, I want to make that, you know, they don't make me look
That
like
you handle yourself accordingly.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
I think that's sound.
Yeah, because it's like, what she did tell me is like, best believe you're gonna see them again. You're gonna be in the same room, possibly sharing the same stage with them or whatever. She had told me that way before it even happened, and I was like, nah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Sure as hell.
But the good thing is, you know how to handle it.
Exactly.
They trying it, you surviving it, and that's what it is.
Yeah. All you gotta do is supply your tools. That's all you gotta do. But I would say that what I would give to, you know, everyone is you know, just how Danny said, just you got your morals, got your standards, got your boundaries, got your rules, just apply it. Don't let up. Don't lift it up. Don't change it. Don't maneuver it for nobody. Just end up sticking to your guns, because at the end of the day, you are your own advocator. You are your own cheerleader. You are your #1 cheerleader. So remember, at the end of the day, you're going to protect yourself before anybody decide to try to protect yourself. You would go through it with your family, friends, co-workers, classmates, and everybody else around in your community. So I would also say, be unapologetically you. Be you. Being unapologetically you, what end up being, stand, force, and still, in regards of applying everything that you need to apply to yourself, and continue to stay fast to that. And I don't want people maneuvering, because people are like, oh, let me give a chance. Let me say, I did it. And I'm speaking from experience. I gave multiple chances with people to try to fuck you. Sometimes you just can't. It is what it is. Everybody is not for you, and you're not for everybody, and it's okay.
And that's okay.
That's why it's 7.2 billion people in the world. Because, you know,
I tell people all the time, everybody doesn't appeal to everybody, but everybody appeals to somebody.
That's it. That's good.
Yeah, and to your point earlier, it's not about dimming other people's lights. It's about shining yours unapologetically.
Exactly.
You know
yeah. And Realistic Vibes got a good one for us to. I know we wrapping up, but she said sometimes you got to give them no chances.
Yes.
Some people don't even deserve a chance. No. That's spot on. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And that's one of my sisters right there. And like we be talking about this, girl. Listen, just like even with the networking, he just said, you know, just you being just unapologetically you. So next month, May 21st, in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, come out. Tickets on Eventbrite on sale right now. Can't tell you how long it's going to be. I have an event, Pillow Talk with the Tea presents Empower Her. Unapologetically you. Be more, not less. Come out. There's a incredible guest speakers. Women is going to blow this house down. You're not going to leave this event the way you came. I'm making sure every woman that comes in this building leave out the building ready to go dominate and fuck this world up and take
Yes, ma'am.
and their power back and recharge and regain what you need to, because this is springtime. It is time to clean out the negative chakras and time to recharge what you need to recharge to elevate to the next level to be the best version of yourself. So make sure you go check it out. Let's go get those tickets. Again, you don't want to miss it. Trust and believe.
Yes.
So I do appreciate Danny for coming through. I appreciate jumping in on just, you know, bring that good vibe, that male energy with us, with the ladies tonight. So you guys make sure, go tell people where they can find you, what you got going on, coming up. You know, let the people know.
Okay, so of course I'm My Survivor Voice on Instagram. That's my podcast page. My nonprofit is at Our 3 Inc. OUR3INC. And we're also, our website is www.our3.org. We provide crisis services for people experiencing domestic violence. We create safe spaces for them. So if you know somebody who could use our services or just wants to donate or be a part of our movement and our mission, please send them our way. And the next thing that I actually got coming up is also on May 21st in Flowood, Mississippi. Our 3 Memorial is having their Reveal to Heal celebration of survivors, where we will get a group of women. Actually, I said women, but we got some men who have bought tickets. So we got a group of people together who are ready to reveal and their traumas and heal from them. We've got a life coach practitioner and a self-awareness coach who will be there. A couple people sharing their stories, and it's just going to be a good healing time. We'll also be announcing our very first Survivor of the Year recipient, which I'm super excited about because we have a brand who has decided to sponsor that award, and they are pouring into this person. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to reveal what that person is getting. So come on in. You know, you got to reveal in order to heal. So if you're in Flowood, Mississippi, or know somebody in this area, send them our way. The tickets are on Eventbrite, and the link is in R3's bio.
Yes.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. So, I guess I just jumped on and jumped in the conversation, so I ain't get my official.
We appreciate it.
My official introduction or whatever. You know, I had to get in where I fit in. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon the Network King Alexander. I am a brand strategist of 18 years, a content creator of 14. I am the founder of a creative agency called Experience Creative Agency, where we guide individuals, influencers, and organizations through the 3 phases of the brand launch process. Our mission is to introduce and educate our clients on the 18 steps that are involved in establishing brand identity, content creation, and launch and execution. So therefore, our vision for those clients is that they're able to impact, influence, and inspire at their maximum potential. So we help you thrive in your superpower. That being said, right now I am putting on my first one-to-many workshop. So we're going to do that. It is called the 30-Day Strategy Challenge, and it starts May 9th. So within that, we're going to get you right as far as if you have a brand, whether it's a new or existing business, and you need to get your strategy right, you want to get that foundation together, then you come holler at me. We are going to do 4 weeks, meeting Monday through Friday, for 2 hours at a time each day, where we get together. We focus on your messaging, we focus on your content as far as the strategy goes from it, strategically getting that together and maximizing your visibility. So we're focusing on all 3 areas. I'm only taking 4 people. It's only 4 slots. You know, I want to make sure that this is the first one, so I don't want to take a big group. I'm taking 4 people, and that's it. You know. So click the link in the bio. Y'all can follow me online. I put my tags in there. Follow me on IG, and the link is in the bio. If you go to Experience, or you'll see 30-Day Strategy Challenge, you can sign up for that. And other than that, Just thriving
Yeah.
your superpower. That's all I got to say.
So you make sure you guys follow them. Click the link in their bios. Check them out. See what they got going on, which is definitely amazing, amazing, amazing. So all information is in both of their bios, as well as you could end up, you know where you can find your girl. All social media platforms, podcast hosting platforms, as well as here every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Tonight was a little late, but it's all good. So next week we have an amazing episode with amazing, beautiful people, and the topic of that show is going to be authentically you. Be real about who you are, and it's going to be a great, more intensive conversation because I love having those uncomfortable conversations.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Me too.
So you go follow, support. It's free. It's only 0.00. But if you want to be able to get their services, you definitely gotta cha-ching. So, and definitely you guys know that the unapologetically be you, be more, not less is definitely the link, and the Vibrate is in all of my social media platforms bios. Please come out and check that out. Again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. You have an amazing night. And if nobody tell you tonight or today, let you know I love you. I appreciate you. Be unapologetically you. Do you and be the best version of yourself, and do not give a fuck when no one has to say. You have one life to live, and it's yours. So do you. So thanks, Danny. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
All
Pleasure.
right.
I'm definitely going to follow y'all.
Good night, y'all.
Later.
All right.